everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Edith and I am a high raw vegan health coach, and this video is all about my experience on the Advanced 369 Medical Medium Cleanse, which I just completed. So here's the Cleanse to Heal book where you can find that particular cleanse along with many other amazing medical medium cleanses. I wanted to go over my experience, answer some questions, and then just go over some of the basics that are involved in this cleanse. And of course, why to cleanse. Maybe I'll start with the why to cleanse. So I already lead a healthy lifestyle, and I already do many of the cleansing protocols that come in this book that I learned from the medical medium protocols. And the reason why I wanted to cleanse was because I understand that in the modern world that we're living in today, regardless of how healthy we eat, we are exposed to environmental toxins on a daily basis. And in my case, I currently live in a high-rise apartment building, and unfortunately they use toxic fragrances in the hallways, in the gym, in like all of the club rooms, and I unfortunately have to pass through these areas. Obviously, I do everything I can to cleanse my own space here. I have multiple plants, I have an air doctor, I light sage pretty much every day, but I'm always in contact with these unwanted chemicals. Additionally, I am not always able to purchase organic produce. I do the best that I can, and I would say I'm probably 75 to 80% organic in terms of my purchases, but sometimes I just am not able to do so for a variety of reasons. And so I am coming into contact with pesticides, herbicides, insecticides. Also, I love to do grounding in parks, and I don't know if they're spraying in those parks that I'm grounding in. So I could be taking in contaminants there. And then obviously our air outside is polluted as well in a variety of ways, and so I'm taking in chemicals there as well. So with that understanding, I know that the body cannot expel all of these toxins on its own, contrary to popular belief. I wish that that was the case, but unfortunately it just isn't, unless you follow like a raw vegan lifestyle with very little fat. Which essentially is what this cleanse is. It's actually no fat at all. And if you read these books, I'm not going to get into it now, otherwise the video will be really long, but if you read the books, you'll understand that fat prevents these toxins from being released. And so just having all of that knowledge at my disposal, I obviously really just wanted to do this cleanse for myself, and my birthday is coming up, and it's a wonderful time to do a cleanse right before your birthday, to show some love to your physical body, to expel as many toxins as you possibly can. If you don't get rid of toxins, that kind of sets the environment in your physical body for disease to brew. So I think it's very important to periodically do a cleanse throughout the year. Ideally, you would do one at every season, and then maybe right before your birthday, or if you can put your that season where your birthday is, that would be that cleanse for that period of time. So ideally, if you could do this 4 times a year, I think that would be solid. And then in addition to that, eat a healthy lifestyle throughout the remainder of the year. So let me go over the actual cleanse, what it entails, which is obviously found in the books. You can find it online as well. It might not say exactly what to do online in terms of the protocols for each and every meal, but you can get like a glimpse of it, and then he obviously shares it on his social media platforms. But I will link this book down in the description. So every single day of the cleanse, You start out with 32 ounces of lemon water. I actually have some lemon water here. Lemon water is something I drink all the time, so this was nothing new for me. That's actually how I start every single day, so that was great. And that is the same for all 9 days of the cleanse. So maybe I should back up and say it is a 9-day cleanse, and it's broken up into like 3 different segments. The first 3 days, you only need to consume 24. You can consume more, but you only need to consume 24 ounces of celery juice in the morning after your lemon water. And then after that, on the first 3 days, you move on to the heavy metal detox smoothie, which I'll share the recipe later on in this video. And then you move on to the liver detox smoothie, which I'll share as well. And then in terms of snacking, if you're hungry, you can snack on red-skinned apples. When you come to the dinner portion, you have the choice of like 3 or 4 salads. I did the tomato, cucumber, and herb salad on numerous occasions. I did the kale salad a few times. And then you also have the option of the spinach soup. I also had that a few times. So that's kind of the breakdown of all of the meals. And in terms of liquids, in addition to what I've already shared, you can have more lemon water throughout the day, and you have to have 1 more glass of lemon water at night before bed, and 1 of the tea varieties that are mentioned in the book. So you have the choice between chaga, hibiscus, or lemon balm, and I went with chaga and lemon balm for all of the days. And then when you get to days 4, 5, and 6, the only thing that changes is you have to switch to 32 ounces of lemon or 32 ounces of celery juice after your lemon water, and then everything else is the same. And then on days 7 and 8, you have to have 32 ounces of celery juice both in the morning and before dinner. So that's a lot of celery juice. That was slightly challenging, but not too bad. It wasn't bad at all, actually. And then on day 9, you're just consuming juice and water and blended fruit. So on day 9, you start again with the lemon water. You have the 32 ounces of celery juice, and then you go into apple and cucumber juices. You have 2 of those, 16 to 20 ounces. And then you have the choice of fresh squeezed orange juice. That's what I opted to do. And then blended watermelon. I also made that too. You can also blend papaya and pears, and I blended pears. And then on that day, you don't have to have tea, and you don't have to have the extra glass of lemon water before bed. So that's kind of the gist of the cleanse. And then the questions that I received, first question was it hard? I don't think it was hard, but for me, it was easy because I live this lifestyle already. Obviously, the most challenging aspect for me was the dinner salad. So I do a lot of the same things in terms of the recipes throughout the day, like in my day-to-day life with the smoothies and the beverages throughout the day. However, I use like organic vegan protein powder from Sun Warrior, or maybe I'll have some smoothie bowl toppings on my smoothie, and that's kind of the only variation. But when it comes to the dinner salad, that's where I struggled a lot. So that I would say was hard. I would say the cleanse overall was not hard, but the dinner salad on its own was hard. Just because you can't have any fat or salt in that meal. So the entire cleanse is fat-free and salt-free. Which obviously is totally fine when you're just consuming fruits and smoothies. You wouldn't miss salt in there, and I normally don't put fat in my smoothies. Maybe there's like a couple of grams in the protein powder that I use. But other than that, I wouldn't miss those things. But when it comes to my dinner salad, I always have some sort of a nut or a seed or avocado in my salad. I actually have some cashews soaking here for tonight's dinner. I'm so excited. This is actually going to be the first time I have salt and fat in 10 days now. So I'm very excited for my dinner tonight. So yeah, in the dinner salad, I normally have sea salt as well, in addition to the nut or a seed or avocado. And to me, that makes the dressing so delicious, and it makes the vegetables and the leafy greens delicious as well. However, as I mentioned earlier, it prohibits the body from being able to release all of the toxins that it would like to, because when you're consuming fat, the liver has to produce bile in order to work that fat into the appropriate places, or to get it ready for elimination, which is taxing on the liver. And so the liver can't do its job of eliminating as efficiently as it would if you hadn't consumed those fats. Okay, so the question was it hard? I would say it was easy for me. However, the salad was not delicious. And you guys, I'm a double Taurus and a Kapha constitution in Ayurveda, so I'm a foodie. So I like things to be delicious. So I will be very honest, those salads were not delicious. And that was hard, but you've got to know your why at that point. And for me, health is my #1 priority. And so my why was strong enough to get me through that cleanse and those salads. The next question that I received was it expensive? I would say the cleanse and just eating a raw or high raw vegan lifestyle unfortunately can be expensive these days. Organic produce and the quantity that we need to purchase does add up. However, just remind yourself that you're not purchasing these other things. So you're not going to Starbucks every day, you're not buying alcohol, you're not buying pizza, you're not like spending money on these other things. The most expensive thing right now, in terms of the 369 menu, at least in my experience, are the frozen wild blueberries. In my local area, they're almost $16 for a bag. I remember when I first started following Medical Medium back in Seattle, I think those bags were like $7, maybe even less than that. So yeah, $16 was a little jaw-dropping for me, and you go through them so quickly. So I had to buy multiple bags, so that was a little bit hard. But you can also buy the powdered wild blueberries, and I have that in another clip coming up that might save a little bit of money. Other than that, it wasn't more expensive. It was probably less expensive than my normal diet, because normally I'm buying like a large variety of produce, whereas I was only buying the ingredients I needed to make these particular meals. Did I lose weight is another question, and you can see by the title, I titled it, I lost 12 pounds on the Advanced 369 Medical Medium Cleanse, which I did. I would say the majority of it came the first few days, and I think it's just the removal of the waste. So I don't know, I didn't measure like my body fat. I don't know if I've lost any fat. I probably did. I can feel it in my face because normally I am consuming fats on a daily basis, and as I said earlier, my body constitution is Kapha, so I tend to be a little curvy even when I'm following a high raw vegan diet. So I've learned that for me, eating like very low fat is optimal for my physique. So I'm going to do the best I can to maintain that, but I also, as I said, I'm a Taurus. I like to enjoy my food. I'm not going to skip on the fat in the salad dressing going forward. But yeah, I would say I lost most of the 12 pounds the first 3 days. And it was just through going to the bathroom multiple times a day, eliminating waste. So when you're eating these recipes on the Advanced 369 Cleanse, you're basically sending messages to your organs, to your liver, to your elimination system, letting them know, hey, I'm giving you all the tools, all the nutrients you need to feel safe to release these toxins that you're carrying. To release this waste matter. We all unfortunately have like waste matter built up in our intestines. So it's only if you're eating like a very low fat, raw vegan diet that you are not going to have that residue in the intestines. Like everybody has waste matter stuck, unfortunately. So I was releasing all of that, which felt great. And you also have to go number one often because there's a lot of liquid in this diet. So ideally you would want to do this while you're on vacation. If you have like a job that you have to commute to, if you work from home, you can do it easily like I did. But you need to have access to a bathroom pretty often, I would say. So yeah, I lost 12 pounds. Energy. So I got the question of how was your energy throughout the cleanse? I would say I definitely had a little bit less energy in the beginning. I cut down on my workouts. So when you're doing this cleanse, ideally you would have a lot of rest days. I'm a very active person, and as I said, this cleanse isn't a huge deviation from my normal lifestyle with the exception of the dinner salad. So I felt confident that I could still work out, but I did take 2 extra rest days. I normally work out 6 days a week, and I worked out only 4 days a week, and on day 9 I didn't work out at all, except I just went swimming in the pool, which I don't really consider a workout. I'm not aggressively swimming, I'm just swimming laps like easily for like 20 minutes. So yeah, my energy was a little bit less the first 3 days, I would say, and maybe even the next couple of days, and then it started to pick up, I would say, on days 7 and 8, and ironically it picked up even more on day 9 when I was just juicing. I had a little bit of a lull in the middle of the day, but I think it was just because I should have drank one of my juices a little bit faster, so or a little bit sooner. So ideally on day 9, you want to be drinking your juices pretty regularly, like before you're like hungry. So on day 9 I felt amazing, and I had enough energy to complete all of my tasks. And as I said, throughout the course of the 9 days, I was able to work out for 4 days. How do I feel now? I feel really good. I am excited to have completed this cleanse. I definitely want to do it again. And I definitely want to try some more of the cleanses that are in the book, maybe some of the mono cleanses. Let me know if you guys want to see that. And let me know if you are interested in doing this cleanse with me. I can always do another one with a challenge, and I'm also a health coach, as I mentioned at the beginning, so I'm wanting to make this as an offering that I offer to clients. So if anybody's interested in receiving assistance, guiding you through this cleanse, I would be happy to help you with that. My information is in the description, and if you click on About, you can see my email as well. So just let me know if you're interested. I would be happy to guide you through this cleanse, give you all the tips and tricks, and make sure that it's successful and just support you through it. If you're not living a lifestyle close to this, I would say it will be challenging for you. If you're eating a lot of cooked food, if you're eating an omnivore diet or a standard American diet, I would say it will be very hard for you. So if you do need assistance, I'm happy to help. I have done this cleanse twice now, and I feel very confident in both the cleanse's success and my ability to help you through it. So those were all of the questions that I received. If you have any more questions, just drop them down in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get back to everybody. I highly recommend this cleanse. If you don't already have the book, as I said earlier, I'll drop the link in the description. Definitely recommend getting this. You guys, we're up against a lot in this world. You've got to put your health first, and in order to do that nowadays, you've got to take periods of time for the body to detox. Like, you're not gonna not clean your house, right? There's gonna be periods of times where you're gonna deep clean your home, right? So this is like that. Think of it like that. Like, you're deep cleaning your physical body. You just gotta do it a couple of times a year, a few times a year. There are gonna be periods of times in your life or throughout the year where you need to be doing something like this to help your body do a deep cleaning. So think about it like you have to occasionally deep clean your home, or periodically do some sort of a deep cleaning in your home, your car, whatever it may be. Think about it like this is a time where you're deep cleaning your physical body. You owe it to yourself. Your body will thank you, and it's going to help prevent illness down the road. I'm very confident in that. Very confident. I have no doubts that I'm going to be healthy for a very long time because I have these tools in my toolbox, and because I'm going to stick to implementing them. So you just gotta have enough self-love to prioritize something like this for yourself. And as I said, I'm happy to help you through it. So just reach out to me if you'd like assistance, and I will guide you through it every step of the way. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comments, just let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in another video coming up soon. If you have any recommendations for upcoming videos, anything you'd like to see, let me know. See you next time. Now we are in the portion of the video where I'm showing you the meals that are part of the 369 Advanced Cleanse. You've seen me share my celery juice a million times, so I won't go too much into this. I do have a juicer recommendation with a discount in the description below. I'm getting ready to make the heavy metal detox smoothie. It is part of the 369 Advanced Cleanse on days 1 through 8. And I've got all of the ingredients here laid out for you, so I will show you exactly what it entails. So I've got 1 cup of cilantro, fresh cilantro here. I've got 1 orange, 1 teaspoon of barley grass juice powder, 1 teaspoon of spirulina, 1 tablespoon of Atlantic dulse. And then in terms of the wild blueberries, I normally just use the 2 cups, so the recipe calls for 2 cups of frozen wild blueberries. This is just 1 cup here, a little over 1 cup. I wanted to show you there's also another alternative. You can also just use wild blueberry powder. So it's the same company, and you can see on the back here that 2 teaspoons is equivalent to almost 1 cup. So if you want to just use the powder, you would need a little over 4 teaspoons. And what I'm doing here is a little over 2 teaspoons for the 1 cup, and then 1 cup of frozen wild blueberries. And the reason I wanted to show you this, because sometimes you can't find the wild blueberries in the grocery store, depending on your location or if it's out of stock, for example. And then also it's become very expensive. Like in my location, one bag is almost $16 now. It's absolutely crazy. So another alternative is to get the powder. If either that cost is too high or it's unavailable, you can actually order this on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. You can figure out what works best for you. Anyway, I'm going to add all of these ingredients into the blender, and then the only other thing I'm going to add is just a little bit of water, like a half a cup, just so that the blender can do its job. It needs a little bit of liquid to function, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. So here is the finished product of the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie. I honestly love this smoothie. Like, I crave it if I go a couple of days without it. So this is probably the best tasting meal on the entire Advanced 369 cleanse. So definitely enjoy this smoothie if you're doing the cleanse for sure. Getting ready to make my liver rescue smoothie again. I've been doing option B pretty much every day since I've had ripe mangoes. So I've got my banana, my mango, my pitaya, my celery, my sprouts, my lime. Just need to add the water and drink it up. So here is what the liver rescue smoothie looks like. This is the lunch on this particular cleanse. I would say this is pretty delicious too. I would say that the Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie is more delicious though. So just be prepared for that. But it's a pleasant smoothie. It's not bad. I am currently snacking on a red apple. So apples are the only snack available on the Advanced 369 Medical Medium Cleanse. So I've been typically having maybe 2, occasionally 3 if the apple is small, a day. And I am recording this on day 8, so I'm almost done. And yeah, apples actually have been a pretty good snack. I normally snack on apples too, so that hasn't been a huge change. But yeah, it's the only option on this particular cleanse. Okay, you guys, I've got my dinner here. So today I had to make a salad. I couldn't do the spinach soup because I had some salad ingredients that I purchased from the farmer's market. So I've got the tomato, cucumber, and herb salad here. And let's see, it's kind of layered. So I've got all of the leafy greens, the basil and the dill under here. Got the parsley up here, tomatoes, cucumber around the sides, asparagus, red onion is in there. And then I, of course, have my dressing, which is a combination of lemon and orange juice. So that just goes over here. And this is going to be dinner for day 6. And then I'll show you guys my tea. The last item that you consume that I haven't shared yet is tea on this cleanse. And typically you have this on days 1 through 8 as the last thing that you consume. Along with your lemon water, you have the choice between chaga, hibiscus, and lemon balm tea. And this is fresh lemon balm, and so this concludes all of the different foods and drinks that you consume on the Advanced 369 Cleanse. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you'd like me to help you through one of these cleanses, just email me and I will get back to you.